Today we're going to be talking about propagating a prayer plant. I have this prayer plant. Obviously I got a couple little burn spots from being too close to the window. Yes, do you want in, kitty kitty? Come on. And anyways, so what I look for when I propagate these plants is kind of, I call them a joint, which I'm sure that's not the technical name for it, but let's look down here. So you can see that this is where I have cut one in the past and it grew. It's almost like its own little separate plant. I could probably take this off right at the base and let it propagate its own leaves, but I kind of like how it's getting bushy. So I'm looking on the same bush. Up higher, they're actually joined together. You can't quite see it in there. They're actually the same thing here. They come in together. So this one is the one I don't want right there. And so this one, see how it like comes in, and this is like a joint right here. Up above that, there's nothing to propagate. But here, this joint, see this little nodule right here? That is, when you soak it in water, that's where the roots will come from. Where like this one, see this plant right here, it doesn't have a joint until all the way back up here. So if I wanted to propagate off of this branch, I would need to actually cut it way back up here where this joint is, the knuckle of the thing. This one's growing out here. Now eventually there'll be another one, a knuckle up here, but it's not there. So I really don't want to like start and take all of these leaves off of this part. So I'll probably do this one down here, again, where the knuckle is. And then let's find another one here just so we can do it. Okay, so here's another nice long branch I've cut off of recently. So this would be a knuckle right here, back in here, right there. And so I would cut a little ways down where my thumbnail is right here. I would cut down here. So this part is expected to kind of not really produce anything, and then, but it won't compromise that the root will come out of this knuckle right here. You could also come up one more and do it at this knuckle right here. This is a knuckle. See how that's divided out there? And that, it's almost like they have little, see that little white spot right there? See that little white thing? That's a nodule. You can kind of see it right there. That's a little nodule of where a root would grow out. And so I'm gonna pick two of them and add them to my windowsill. And I'll show you what they look like once you've waited a couple weeks. And this is my fault. I put it too close to the glass on a frosty day, so it burned the tips that were touching. But it'll come around. I'll just take those leaves off when they fill in. So here's the first one I cut. And see, I left it, I'm on camera, focus on there. I cut it at the knuckle, and it's ready to put some roots in there. And you can almost see where that little brown dot right there is where a root will actually probably come in from. I could actually probably, where my pinky is right here, I could probably cut it and get one off of that too. But I'm gonna leave them together because there's kind of a joint, a baby joint started right there, but I think I'll just leave the strength of this little start as one and try to get one off of it. And then I'll show you another one. Here's my next one that I propagated, and you can definitely see where the little nodules are that are gonna grow the roots. So this one will probably start very easily, those little white dots right there. And again, I did two leaves. This one also has a little secondary one right here. I could probably, but it's just not very mature. This one, obviously, it's ready to go. It's ready to jump in there and get some roots going on. So here's my little starter. It just has these little things of water. So with this one, I'm just gonna put it in here. I already added my water. So I'm gonna shove this down in. The leaves will kind of have to fold in on themselves to get it submersed enough to do it. There we go. And I'm gonna add the second one to the same one because these other ones have roots already, so we don't want to damage them. So there, so we got 2 in there, and then this one has been in there for a couple of weeks. So in a couple of weeks, this is what it looks like. We got roots coming out of the end of that, ready to be planted. Some good soil and we're good to go. And that's what the one next door, this one was actually like, so that one that I just showed you was the one that had like little nodules that were way easier. And this one has 2 in here and they're both growing. Oops. This one has 2 plants in it. And so you can kind of see if I separate them out here, I'm trying to do one-handed. And this one's took a little bit longer, so they're a little bit more, there's not quite as much roots of them, so I'll probably would leave these ones a little bit longer. But there you go. That's how to propagate prayer plants.